Hey, how you doing? This is FIFA Euphoria. Welcome to Kicking Visions. Comment your piece, subscribe for sanity, and like to love. Today I'm going to be telling you and talking to you about dreams. It's going to be like 2 in 1. It's dreams and it's the devil and God. Because this is very controversial. I've been scared to talk about it for a long time, and I have nobody really that understands me. I'm not any way, shape, or form religious, and I haven't been religious in a long time. I haven't been religious. I studied religion, but I wasn't religious. But we're going to get into it. So, I'm going to first tell you the dream that I had about God. It was very, very intense. I said something about it in my previous video. I just didn't know if I wanted to speak about it or let anybody in on it, because every time I talk to somebody around here or I have brought it up, I get treated like I'm crazy or something like that. The dream started off as it was like 2 weeks before I started going to barber school. It was like, hey, I went to sleep that night. I wasn't really smoking those couple of days. I wasn't doing anything just out of the ordinary. I was doing everything that I usually do. Like, I wasn't drinking that night. I wasn't nothing. Usually I drink or I smoke or I do something like that before, but I didn't do any of that. And I can remember the dream, how it started. I am the Alpha Omega. I am the first and last. I am the eye in the sky. And he told me what I was sent here to do. This is part of the reasons why I do YouTube now. He told me, even though I always had a sense of, hey, one day I'm going to be rich. One day I'm going to be helping people. One day I'm going to give back to the community. One day I'm going to be great. I always was the type of person that somebody asked me. When I was in high school, I was a trouble child, but I was the person that everybody looked up to. Every time somebody had a problem, they came to me. When I was a freshman, a senior girl had came up to me and was like, "You're my boyfriend." And I was like, "Yeah, we could talk, baby, but we can't be together." You know what I'm saying? But that dream, God told me. God told me. And that's why I have a strong sense now. He came to me and he kind of like, I'm not going to say he showed me my lifespan because that's too much to say. But he did inquire what he wants me to do. And that's to speak about him. It's not to tell you a religion because, like I said, I'm spiritual. Don't let anybody confine you in religion. Don't let anybody confine you in religion. That's his story. His story. That's somebody else is telling you about it. I'm not going to say that I don't follow after Jesus, but I believe in God. I can't say that I wouldn't study Buddha, because I believe that everything that somebody is worshiping, or the idols that people are worshiping, that is for us to argue. That's for us to be on 2 separate paths. So I do not say any religion is wrong, because that's what you believe in. I respect you wholeheartedly and I love you. I love you. Because some people use, really what people don't understand about religion is you using that to be disciplined. Some people can't regularly be disciplined. Let's just be fully honest. Like, you're using that for discipline. And I respect you if you're trying to stay disciplined on something. Some people need that guideline. Just like some people need to work for the rest of their life. Not me. Okay? But I need you to comment on this. Tell me how you feel about it. Comment your piece. Subscribe for sanity. You know, and like to love. Now, I'm going to get into the second part. The devil then came to me in 3 or 4 dreams. Because he's relentless. We living in his world. We living in his world, you guys. I'm just going to be 100% honest with y'all. Like, this is his playground. I done had dreams to where I couldn't move. I done had dreams where I felt like something was choking me. I done had all different type of dreams, but I can tell you about the dream that I really had and I seen. Okay, so after I had a dream about God, and I have something else that I got another video, or I'm going to tell y'all a bonus at the end of this. Because it's really a bonus. It ties into this to a certain extent. And I'll go into another video deeper into it. But I had a dream one day. I had a dream, and I can't really tell y'all that day or anything like that because I remember the dream more than I remember the day. And the devil came to me. He kind of looked like the dog. If you study Egypt religion, he looked kind of like the dog with goat feet. Well, you know, long ears. And it was almost in the fact of... I'm sorry, you guys. I'm sorry, you guys. My brother and little nephew just came outside. But it's almost to the fact of he came in his purest, rawest form. He came in his purest, rawest form. It was like we was in Egypt. And I was standing there in the sand, and he had a long, like, staff cane to a certain extent. And he asked me, well, first I didn't let him ask me nothing. As soon as I seen him, I started cursing him. As soon as I seen him, I started cursing him. Like, F you, you're nothing, you're nobody, you're not strong, you nobody. And I'm gonna tell you that if you ever run across him, you have to, like, you don't have to do that, but show him that you're not intimidated. Show him that he does not intimidate you. Be strong. Be strong. Be strong. And he asked me, he said, I'll give you and I'll grant you anything you want. What do you want from me?
Give me your foot.
What do you want from me? I told him nothing.
You done stepped in it twice. Come on, dog.
Nothing. I told him I want nothing from you. You're not stronger than who I know and I believe in. And I told him, you know, before I left the dream, I told him, you know, I just want protection in your playground. Not that I want something from you. I just want to live.
Get in here.
I just want to live.
Get in here.
And he left me alone for about a month. Then he came to me in a human form. And he came to me like a big, buff guy. And he was trying to intimidate me again. And he was asking me questions. He was asking me questions like if he knew me. And I was like, I just felt like he wasn't, I'm sorry you guys, but I just felt like he wasn't, you know, he wasn't, it was him. I felt his presence because I seen him in his rawest form, so I felt his presence. And he had a female with him. And I was like, you know, I knew her. I knew her in real life. And I was like, you know, I was like, sorry you guys, my dog. But I was like, trying to talk to her, like, hey, how you doing? You know, but I had turned him down. He had gave me another offer, and I said, I laughed at him, and I was like, nah. You know what I'm saying? I was like, no. I was like, no. And then I tried to give her a hug, and she didn't want to give me a hug. She looked at me, so that means I didn't take the offer. Your dreams mean something. And after that, he really haven't messed with me and bothered me since then. Like, he always comes in a way, but he never comes fully anymore. Because he know I know who he is, and he know that I ain't taking no shit. Excuse my language for if it's young kids watching it. But you can't take nothing. You can't nothing. You know, you got to be strong. You got to be strong-minded. You got to be strong. And I'm going to go into depth about this next one, but this is going to be the bonus because this happened in real life. You know how they say you can contact your spirit guides and you can contact the other realm. The first time I ever seen the devil, I was, and you know, if you study any ancient stuff, you know, they, DMT, if you know anything about that, you know, if you heard of taking drugs, you can, acid, or you can snap into other realities and shit like that. Excuse my French again, but you can snap into other realities. Okay, well, this is around the time when one of my best friends had passed away. He just had turned 21. It was like a year later. And I'm going to tell you, this is going to be another video. But it is real life witches out here. Like, I love y'all too. Y'all are okay with me. I ain't got no problem with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not because I'm scared of y'all. Y'all intimidate me. It's just I don't have any problem with y'all. Y'all believe in what y'all believe in. I believe in what I believe in. You know. And stop it, boy. I just have to let you guys know that that's not acceptable. You are really a goddess and you're not using that for good. But I had a female that had came to me, and I've been knowing her since high school. You know, I've been knowing her, and she told me that if I wanted to, I could go visit him. And I asked her how. And she said I would have to do something. But she told me before she did it, she said, if I do this, you can bring something back from the other side. But I wasn't scared because I felt pure. I knew what I was doing. It wasn't because of... It was for the wrong reasons. Or I was calling out to somebody. Stop that, but I was calling out to somebody that wasn't. Somebody that I truthfully loved. Sorry about the dogs, you guys. It's him. It's the devil trying to stop this video because this is real stuff that I'm talking about. And if I tell you about him, you could be stronger than him. You could be stronger than him. And she came to me. She put me up under a trance to a certain extent. I was smoking at this time. I was drinking lean at this time, and I think that helped me go to the other side. Just gonna be honest with you guys. It helped me. It helped me go to the other side. It helped me navigate my way through the other side. And the dogs, this is how I know that he's around right now, because the dogs are going haywire since I'm talking about this. Because he doesn't want me to talk about this. He don't want me to talk about it. God want me to talk about it. And when she put me up under that trance, it's like I blacked out. It was like I blacked out. Then I came out of a goat's eye. And I was in like a forest. I was in a forest to a certain extent. And he was like in limbo. I was like in a forest, and I was like, it was so, when I think about it now, it was so freaking cold. It was so cold, you guys. But his soul was like over a fire, to like a campfire. Like I seen him, and he was over like a campfire. And I just asked him like, I love you, you know, and I just want you to be okay. I want you to forgive yourself, and that's what I was telling him. I was telling him to just forgive himself. I was telling him just to forgive himself. And the devil was standing on the side, and he couldn't do nothing to me. And that was before I had the dreams. I just want you guys to know that this body really don't mean too much. It means everything to be here. But for the woke people, like they try to say, for the spiritual people, for the indigo children, for the rainbow children, just know that we are the chosen ones to show everybody. And I love you guys. I love everybody. I love everybody. I love everyone. I love you. I love you. I have no problem with you. I can sit down and have a conversation with you. I don't judge anybody, because I don't want to be judged. And I don't want to be looked at as like I'm crazy, just because of the things that I'm knowing of. I hope you guys have a wonderful night. You are living in grace, and this is the dawn of a new awakening. Believe that. I'm going to tell you in my next video, I'm probably going to talk about my name and what does it mean, and give you some information on FIFA, because you have to find your other name. You have to give yourself another name. Your mom and dad gave you a name, but you got to bless yourself with another name, especially when you wake up. So, I just want you guys to have a wonderful, blessed night. Comment your piece, and like to love. Comment your piece, subscribe for sanity, and like to love. You guys have a wonderful night again. Peace, love, sanity.